Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to give you an inside look at one of the coolest prefab homes currently available. I've been toying with the idea of shaking things up on the channel and getting out into the real world to see some of these homes in person, so about a month ago I asked if that's something people would want to see. The jury has spoken. I thought it would be a reasonable idea to dip my toe in the water and visit something in my hometown, then immediately threw that idea out the window and flew across the country to see if this style of video gets more activity on the old like button. Actually, that's a lie. I invited myself on the first 3 days of a camping trip, then got dropped off at the Calgary airport 12 hours before my red-eye flight. After killing an afternoon in Canada's friendliest airport, I had a quick layover in the Big Smoke before reaching my final destination of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Or so I thought. Turns out where I am right now is actually 2 hours from Halifax, so I rented a car and hit the road to see a home I've been talking about on the channel for years. If you haven't figured it out by now, the home I'm talking about is the Skali Backcountry Cuboid from Lloyoll Prefabs, and to make things a little more interesting, I've been staying in the home for the last 2 nights. What I'm going to do is show you around the SBC and give you a look that I simply can't provide from home in the comfort of my Wilson sweatpants. If you haven't heard of Lloyoll Prefabs, they're a company located on the east coast of Canada that recently celebrated 20 years in business that have been offering modulars since 2015. They've been a staple on my annual top 10 list because of this exact home, so it's a bit surreal that I'm not only able to visit it, but actually got to stay in it for a couple days. What they've got going on over here is a line of homes that have a look unlike much anything else in the space. A perfect example of that, the exterior of the Backcountry Cuboid is clad in weathering steel, with a front and side almost entirely of windows, which allowed me to take in the view of the surroundings from almost anywhere in the home. Have a look at this. This is the view from the kitchen. This is the view from the main bed. This is the view from lofted bed A. This is the view from lofted bed B. And finally, this is the view from the living room. Pretty ridiculous. Out of everything they offer, the Backcountry Cuboid is the smallest home in the line, but don't get it twisted, this is not a tiny home. Homes from Lloyoll are 4-season, code-compliant prefab homes that they say can grow with your family and are designed for a permanent foundation. My favorite thing about the SBC is the look they get from the combination of steel, glass, and the black frames. Obviously, I had seen pictures of the home and thought it was great, but to be perfectly honest, they don't do the place justice. I was outside shooting video today and multiple people stopped their vehicle in the middle of the road, seemingly just to look at it. I'm not sure how often that happens, but considering I saw it twice in a single day, I'm gonna guess it happens a lot. I had a chance to sit down with the founder of Lloyoll Prefabs, Jonathan Lloyd, to find out a little bit more about the design of the home and how it came to be. Here's what he had to say. I've been staying in one of your models for the last couple days, and I just want to know a couple things about it. Like, how did you come up with this design?
Yeah, so you're staying in the backcountry, specifically a Skali. And the backcountry is the most opulent base camp that you'll ever see. You'll notice it's only 12 feet wide, so we can deliver it without an escort. But even more important than that, you'll notice it's nestled into a bunch of pine trees that are over 100 years old and just tower over the place. So being able to maneuver the home through a setting like that without disturbing the setting was a very big criteria. Now, the house has everything that a home has. It has an air exchange system. It has a full kitchen. Pretty nice kitchen, right? Yeah, it has accommodation and it has spillover accommodation. We needed to make sure that the shower didn't feel crowded, that the bathroom had a nice, comfortable flow. And despite how small it is, at a footprint of 288 square feet, it feels big. You walk in there, and there's 11 feet of glass to greet you, taking in the view after you walk through the front door. So all these things, you know, being able to get everything you would need to stay as long as you want, but being able to get this home into the, like, as far as your adventurous soul is really going to take you, and to get in there without totally changing what you love about the place. Those were all the criteria we used to design it. Now, St. Patrick's Day 2017, I had that whole floor plan taped out of my living room floor. And I was walking around inside of it. I was using props to show the loft floor to see what kind of effect it would have on the sun coming in those big windows. So it took us a few years from that kind of conceptualizing it to really having that ready to go. That's our prototype. That is a celebration of how much you can do with a space that small.
So it has the steel siding, which is a bold look. Is that something that's popular, or are people going with the more traditional look?
Yeah, we get a real mix. You're right. It's a bold look. It's a timeless look too, though. And, you know, it looks especially bold in a suburban neighborhood, but when it's in the forest or on the coastline, it looks like it belongs there. It looks like it's been there forever. And frankly, it'll probably be part of an archaeological discovery as well, right? They're going to be digging this up, wondering, how did those people live? Because that product, that it does kind of last forever. But I would say most people dream about the Skali. And I would say a full 40 to 50% of our clients pick it out of the three options that we have. So most of our you know, the majority, I would say, pick the Skali at the end of the day.
When you take my hair into consideration, I'm not a small guy, but it feels spacious in that home. So I got to know, how high are those ceilings?
That backcountry enjoys 11 feet of ceiling clear. And it's glass from the bottom to the top. And that's where you get that big feel, even when you're in a small space. It doesn't feel small. And it transitions from outdoors to indoors so smoothly.
Awesome, thanks. I tend to catch a bit of heat in the comments when I post a video about a home and use primarily renderings, because more often than not a home will be shown in the wilderness without another home in sight, and that simply doesn't happen in real life. Except here, I guess. I do get that this is different. In a way, this is a show home, and one of the uses of this home is for potential buyers to be able to experience it and get a taste of what it's like living in a Lloyoll Prefab before fully committing. An option I think a lot of people would like to see other companies implement, because it is nice to be able to get up in this thing and spend a bit of time. It's the same reason I try on shoes before I buy them. You gotta see if they fit. It's pretty simple. One of the biggest benefits of being able to spend some time in this home is there are details that I picked up on almost immediately that I might not have just by looking at the website. The first is one that people are always interested in when checking out smaller footprint homes, and that's the amount of storage. I was surprised by how much storage the home has. To start, they have upper and lower cabinets in the kitchen that would be more than enough space for the programs I'm running on the daily, which I guess isn't saying much. The fridge and freezer have a matching front to the cabinets. Not sure we can really class that as storage, but beside it there's a full pantry / utility space with room for brooms, cleaning supplies, and the like. On top of all the standard storage that I just pointed out, they've got little details tucked all the way through this home that you might miss unless I point it out. First, by the door, they've got these hooks that fold down, so when you come in you can hang up your coat. And that's something people always ask about. Where am I going to hang my coat? Where am I going to hang my coat? It is a very big concern for people. Listen, there's no sexy way for me to take this shot, so this is what you get. Double, possibly triple chins. But I wanted to show you this cubby space for charging. They've tucked in beside the bed. Right now I've got my gimbal in there, and if you're anything like me, I'm always running out of battery for something. So there's multiple outlets. There's USB outlets. You can get in there and charge your stuff overnight, so you're ready for the next day, only to probably run out of battery by 10. The other storage solution that I thought was pretty cool was in the wall that separates the two lofted bedrooms. So half of this wall is open for storage for one side, and then half is open to the other side. And they do have an outlet in one of the spaces up here, so again, a place to charge your things. On top of that, there is even more storage under the bed where I have my bags and above the kitchen. I think the space above the kitchen could potentially be used as another sleeping loft, but it isn't set up with a bed right now. The standard features list for the Skali model starts with a rich armor of weathering steel, which is as strong as it looks. To prove the strength of the steel, I was given full clearance to run whatever tests I saw fit. And as you can see over here, they've left out a few axes for me to take a couple baseball swings with. So let's see what we can do. No, I made that up. To be honest, I'd probably just end up hurting myself anyway, so we're gonna leave this test alone. They include a wood stove by Stuve, pronunciation pending, which I would have used to warm up with after I got out of the river, but let's be honest, I run so hot already, I don't need my face redder than it already is. It also has designer dimmers and energy efficient LED lighting standard. I tried a couple different levels of lighting and found the perfect dim mix for my liking based on the time of day. Morning I run the dims, and at night I ran full pin lighting. I have a feeling that the view into the home from the night shot is going to trigger a few people who are going to question the privacy of the home, and that's fair. Most people don't want to live in a fishbowl, and of course, they've thought of that. The windows have black roll shades that can be brought down for privacy. I used them just last night. If I had an assistant, I would have them rolling the shades from the inside right now for effect, but I don't. So just imagine that they're doing that. The next standard feature listed is plumbing fixtures by Delta. It's fairly well documented that I like a good shower, and this one gets the nod of approval. The very first thing I did on arrival was have a hot shower, and it was heavenly. Another feature I really like in the bathroom is the copper sink, and something you don't see every day is a black toilet. It's bold. Didn't know a toilet could be a conversation piece, but here we are. Look at us. We're doing it. The final standard feature on their list of standard feature is the built-in medicine cabinet by Kohler and custom floating vanity. For upgrades available, they've got a net zero package, heating and cooling prep package, outdoor shower, glue laminated Douglas fir timbers, and an off-grid prep package. The way this home is set up, the main entrance is on the back into a landing. To the left, they've got the kitchen, which has the fridge, gas cooktop, toaster oven, and a great black quartz counter accented by a gray backsplash. They put in a black sink with a black faucet, and the entire kitchen looks sharp. The peninsula doubles as a dining table before swinging around to the living room. The living room is centered around the wood-burning fireplace. Again, it was a scorcher out there today, so I'm not going to light it. Everyone knows what fire looks like. The 3 sleeping areas are all open. It's almost like 3 lofts if one of the lofts was on the ground floor. Beside the main bedroom on the end wall is the bathroom, which has the full tile again with the same black quartz counter they have in the kitchen. If you want to get your mitts on one of their homes, they've broken the process down into 4 steps. Step 1 is to digitally build and customize the home on their customization tool. Step 2 is to submit the order, at which point the team will reach out to finalize details and schedule delivery. Step 3, they'll walk a buyer or their contractor through site prep requirements for delivery. Finally, step 4 is welcome home. It says Lloyoll staff will deliver and stage your micro dwelling so you can fluff the pillows and stock the shelves. Before I wrap this thing up, I am going to check out the pricing, but keep in mind prices can and usually do change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The configurator includes shipping, so I put their address in to get the base price without shipping, but feel free to have it calculated wherever you want. The base price of the SBC is currently listed at just over $290,000. Lloyoll Prefabs is a prefab home builder on the east coast of Canada, building a very cool line of high-end homes. The steel gives this specific unit a look that I haven't seen many other places, and it's even better in person. I've had my eye on Lloyoll Prefabs for a couple years now, so it was exciting to be able to get out and actually see one of their builds. I know they've got a few other new builds up their sleeve, so I'll definitely be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video of the SBC. I just packed up all my crap. I was supposed to head out today, but I found out Lloyoll is delivering a Sitka model near to where I am. So I've decided to stay another day. I'm going to go check that out. It'll be on the channel maybe in a week or so. So definitely follow along for that. If you like this style of video, let me know. And I do hope to do more. They do take a little bit more planning, so bear with me. But I enjoy making them. So thanks for watching.